Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about some of the interesting aspects of waste management. Uh, I'm just share some of the information about one of the organization, this Institute of Global Environmental Strategies, founded in 1998 under the initiative of Japanese government and with the support of Kanwaga prefer cultures. Purpose: co-conduct innovative policy development and strategy research for environment measure, reflecting the result of research into political decision for realizing sustainable development both in the Asia Pacific region and globally. HQ. Uh, this is one of the good research center. International Environmental Technology Center (IETC) is a branch of UNEP, Division of Technology, Industry and Economy, and is responsible for the work relevant to waste management. Its main function is to promote the applications of environmentally sound technology in developing countries and countries' its transitions with a focus on waste-related issues. IETC approach to waste management. Holistic approach to waste management was to resource from linear flow to closed loop of resource circulations. This is some of the good or example challenges increase waste generations from the beginning of our life. Actually, waste actually increase. Currently, world cities generate about 1.3 billion tons of solid waste per year. This volume is expected to increase 2.2 billion tons by 2025. Lower income cities is Asia and Africa will double their municipal solid waste generation within the next 15 to 20 years. Resource challenge for Asia and Pacific. In 20th century waste management, how do we get rid of our waste efficiency with minimum damage to the public health and the environment? 21st century resource management, how do we handle our discarded resources it ways which do not deprive future generation of some, if not all, their values? IGES Center of Collaboration with UNDP of Environmental Technology, founded in March 2014 based on the agreement between UNEP and IGES for the establishment of the Center collaboration with UNEP of Environment Technology. Purpose to support UNEP International Environment Technology Centers by assessing the provisions of additional scientific, technological, and policy relevant knowledge and information through existing resources, by enabling additional networking and collaboration with other domestic or international partners, supporting development and implementing of national, city, and regional level waste management strategy and action plan, supporting Myanmar, Cambodia, and that target cities uh, for the development of national as well as city level holistic waste management strategies and action plan, and for implementation of pilot project, provide technical assistance to uh, Maldives towards the development of regional waste management plan in line with existing national strategy. Additional target countries to be considered in the future upon request from stakeholders, outreach activities for other cities in the selected countries, and expansions of the project to other countries will also be explored. Collaboration Center. Collaborations with the development of the knowledge hub and curriculum for the waste management. Collaborated data, policy information, and technical knowledge gain through above activities will be provided to IECT as the contribution to the waste management knowledge hub. Center will be case study material for the curriculums. So this is also important for us. In order to support IETC outreach effort to relevant stakeholder in Japan, the center will provide assistance through organizing its own event in Japan, setting up exhibition both in the relevant event, engage in publicity, organizing website, and providing Japan content. Roadmap for strategy developments, sustainable consumptions and the production, cleaning production, resource efficiency, life cycle approach, green economy, and eco innovations. Structure of the waste management strategy and action, vision statement, mission statement, goal, objective, target, and actions. These are the different actions actually people can take. So these are the different kind of strategy we can take. So basically, I love to learn from you, like what is the waste management situation in Africa? Who want to share? Mr. Alex, what is the waste management situation in Africa?
President, for today's session. I would say that in Africa, we are experiencing quite a challenge in terms of waste management. We still don't have proper mechanism that has been put in place to facilitate environmental protection, whereby you find waste is just dumped in haphazard manner. But this topic particularly is important because uh, um, it challenges us to be aware that this can be an environmental kind of a problem that we need to focus on it very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. James. I think you are with us. So as you are working, Mr. James, Mr. James, are you with me? Christine, what you want to share about African, Mr. James?
Yes, please.
Yes, as your organizations actually working with SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. So, what is the waste management situation in Africa?
Sorry, can I get you clearly?
Like we want to know, like let's
Mhm.
say, what you want to share your view about SDG in Africa. Like, how does it work in Africa? Sustainable Development Goal.
Thank you very much. The SDGs in Africa, what I can share about is that actually most of the African countries are contributing to the SDGs, but unknowingly. This is the fact. There is no like scientific metrics of how these countries, different governments, are contributing to the enhancement of SDGs. They're just working on the national development, some without knowing that they are actually contributing to the global sustainable development goals. So there is still a need to prove the metrics of the contributions of each country at the country level, and still there is still a gap to make the SDGs known to the lower level. This is beyond the policy makers, but to the implementers and the communities at each country level. So this is how the SDGs are for Africa.
Excellent, excellent. Madam Christine. So, what you want to share with us, especially about Sustainable Development Goal?
Thank you so much, Mr. President. What I can share about sustainable development goals, for example, here in Rwanda, we have begun with Millennium Development Goals, MDG, and then we shifted to the Sustainable Development Goals. For example, in Millennium Development Goals, there is what we call VUP. It's in order to reduce the poverty and to resolve the problem of unemployment where the citizens of certain districts of certain region are employed by the government to work in certain jobs which contribute to the country, like the construction of roads and so on. And another example is for waste management or for the conservation, the weather or the climate conservation, where they put the city waste disposals in different areas where uh, people can dispose their waste so that we have a clean city and a green city. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another things I'm very interested. Example, what about the African education system, especially Rwanda education system? It's in English curriculum, and how does it work? Mr. James, if you share with us, because I'm also learning from this class. So, what is the education system in Africa, especially Rwanda education system, curriculum, and everything?
The
Can I?
Rwandan education system, yes, my colleagues will as well share. But first of all, this is the education system of the Africa in general is rooted into the colonial period.
Mhm.
Each country, its education system is connected to the country that colonized it in the early 70s and beyond. Particularly for Rwanda, is initially from the colonial period was a French-speaking country because it was later finally colonized by the French, and the French, of course, as a French-speaking country, the education system was initially established in the French arrangements, and later Rwanda joined the Commonwealth, and now we shifted. This is around 2000. We shifted to Commonwealth, and we started using English as the language of teaching, mostly in the schools. So this is where most of the times you can find many Rwandese speaking both English and French, and maybe this is why there was a shift from one language to another language. I'm just giving a summary of this history because the education system have been having some trends, basically connected to the political arrangements. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, uh, thank you. Uh, Beside that, I want to know, like example, how actually man and woman education system. Women get more subsidy, or how does it works? How actually the Rwanda government take care of this different gender, different underprivileged people?
There has been some arrangements around the education policy where girls have been encouraged to in the I don't remember the average marks, but there has been previously some arrangements around the marks intake marks when women could pass at for example at 70% could be admitted, and when a male could pass below 70, a woman could be taken. This is why, because during the process of gender emancipation, gender balance, it was found out that women were not active, and basing on the culture background, you could find that there were many males in education than women. So currently, women are given some. There is no more kind of favoritism. We cannot call it favoritism, but they are favored to participate in to have education system like their brothers do, but to some extent they are given some level of encouragement in the marks arrangement, such that they can go on, and particularly for women, be encouraged to take science subjects. They also having this arrangement for women in science.
Excellent, excellent.
Yep.
Uh, I think also Diani also joined with us, especially like women empowerment is a big issue. Diani, are you with me?
Good afternoon. Yes,
Diani, are you with me?
I'm with you.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
We want to
thank
know
you.
more about women empowerment situation because this is also part of SDG. Your organizations actually is working on SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. So my question is that uh, what is the present situation in sustainable develop, like especially women empowerment in Rwanda?
Yes, when you mean women entrepreneurs, women empowerment, we mean women entrepreneurs so that it can linkage to boost SDGs. So focusing in our countries, what we do across when it based even on policies which have been taken is that to engage women in entrepreneurship so that they can contribute effectively to socio-economic transformation. So this has been applied to through rural development, where women have been encouraged and urged to work together in cooperatives, where up to date, no doubt, women are beyond 75% in cooperatives, which have been contributed to country development up to date. So we really trust in women empowerment, and I think each institution and the country partners, also entrepreneurs, uh, what is doing nowadays is to, through economic recovery beyond COVID challenges, what we are doing is to approach those women's entrepreneurs so that they can be mobile or motivated to others so that other women also can join entrepreneurship to work together to make it happen. Because, for instance, women can would like to contribute to rural water management. For instance, dams in rural areas, they are the women who used to be in agriculture sector mostly. So women can also contribute to water management in rural areas. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what is needed is to invest a lot in women empowerment, and what is needed a lot is to bring also to engage women entrepreneurs to embrace digitalization matters, technology. Yeah, as well in Rwanda, I think as well in Malawi, Zimbabwe, and the other participants who are with us today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is very interesting discussion because I want to hear from students, especially how we can improve as a team, uh, actually improve our knowledge. Very simple. I do not want to focus on only in educations or other thing. How we can learn from each other. How we can develop a collaborative approach. What is your thoughts, Mr. Alex or Christine? Or Diani, who want to share?
Uh, thank you, Mr. President. Maybe I'll take the first chance. Uh, I think when we have most opinion leaders like in Rwandan situation, we find that it is a country whereby, in terms of the women in leadership, actually it's a country that most of the other parts of Africa are proud of, because you find that there is a bigger portion of women in leadership, and this can act as peer leaders to kind of motivate the other disadvantaged groups uh, into action in terms of let's say in areas where they have challenges like water management and that kind of a thing. Thank you.
Thank you. From the women like Christine, Devotee, who want to share?
Can you repeat the question, please? I didn't get it very well.
Okay, so how we can improve? How we can improve, especially in education? What is your view?
I think in education, what we have to improve is to encourage female or women to attend sciences school and technical school, because nowadays there is no limit for women to do such work like technical or to do sciences, to do researches on sciences. Women are encouraged to, and they must be favored to attend technical and sciences school. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay, excellent. Especially from the women, how we can improve.
Um, thank you, Mr. President.
Mhm.
I think for women to be more included in our setups, it will help kind of boost the morale of the girl child. And also, it is also important because the different governments can borrow from each other and share what can benefit their countries respectively. Then the girl child should also be mostly encouraged and empowered so that they can compete at par with their male counterparts. Thank you.
What I can add uh, is this: in their workplace, they must facilitate the women. For example, if the women uh, have menstrual periods, they must get facilities so that if they get into their menstrual period, they can get easily the materials like pads they want, like painkillers they want in the workplace. Another example, the women must get the breastfeeding place in the workplace. If a mother is breastfeeding, there must be a privacy for breastfeeding in the workplace so that all women can work and improve. Thank you so much.
So what, yeah, my point also to add is that when we empower women, yes, we empower nation. When women are developed, also nation, families, country is developed because women can, when women they need to get to be empowered so they can contribute to family matters, country matters. Also, when women are developed, it can give trust for sustainability. When you mean sustainable development, we trust women can be at forefront to make this happen because they're the one always approach the children uh, so that we can see the future through also women empowerment. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you. This is actually a great session. I believe that the more we share our view, the more we can understand each other. This is very important because communication, whatever we do, OET or ILTS, communication is important. So I believe that for improving your reading, writing, listening, and spoken, you need to share. You need to work as a team. You need to develop a better team. The more you can develop a better and effective team, you can get more success. So I request everyone, please focus on some of your skills, especially uh, your reading, writing, listening, and spoken, and side by side share your view. Do some brainstorming. It will give you confidence. Definitely it will very important for developing your confidence. So thank you, Mr. James, Madam Diani, Christine, Angeli, Alex, everyone for joining today's sessions. Thank you, bye bye, and take care.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
President.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Mr.
Bye.
President. And
Thank you, bye.
what is wonderful with these sessions is that we get various topics across the board. It's not just health related, kind of, and it helps us to be better communicators
Yes.
in what we are doing right now. So thank you so much, and
Thank
keep
you.
the session. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
President.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.